It being December 11th at 7:12, I called the Abington Zoning Board of Appeals to an opening. Tonight we have minutes to approve. I don't think there's any correspondence in mail, and then we have one issue on the agenda. So before we get to that, do I have any motion on the minutes that have been passed out to us from our last meeting on October 9th?
I'll move they be approved.
I'll second that.
Motion to approve and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. It's approved. It being 7:13, continue the hearing on petition of David Payne for a special permit on 175-21F, Section 3, to allow for automobile repair. The property is located at 25 Oak Street on Assessors Map 69, Lot 7, in the Business Development Zone, BD Zone. Where we left off was that there were several issues with the property. More than I think several issues, but that's my opinion. On a whole right, we had several issues with the property. Is there anything that the building department has to say?
No, I mean, I think we told him last time, be good for the property owner to come. Doesn't appear as that's happened. Like the board just needs to use some caution. We're dealing mostly with the tenant here, but what we're talking about, what the board's talking about is the property as a whole.
Who issued, the permit to stop and cease and desist was issued to?
The property owner.
The property owner. Did they receive the certified copy of that when they got it?
Yes, they came in to ask me about it.
And did
So-
you get a copy of that also? Please come to the mic. Name and address, please.
Brian Tucker, 25 Oak Street, Abington, Payne's Welding.
Thank you, Brian. So you did receive a copy of the cease and desist order?
Yes.
And do you have any conversation with the property owner at the time?
He basically put it on us. Mr. Conover just said he thought it was just our issue, and I've tried getting a hold of him since then, and
No luck.
no luck.
So this,
No, go
one
ahead.
last question. The cease and desist order, has any modification been done to meet the conditions of the cease and desist order?
There's been some cleanup. The main thing was clean up and then come in here and getting approval for the use of the lot. The cleanup's been done pretty well in one area, but throughout the site, it's not close.
Okay. Anybody else on the board have any questions?
Yes, so the cease and desist, I think you covered this a little bit, but the cease and desist was issued against the entire property, correct?
Yes.
So if we affirm the cease and desist, then that shuts down the entire business, correct, including the tenant who's here?
Yeah, they're not appealing my decision letter, my letter enforcement. They're here for their special permit.
So I guess what's going on with the actual enforcement? They're in violation?
Yeah, I mean, I generally hold actual enforcement action while someone's coming before the board. I think we've had a few properties recently where that's kind of been the case. So it's past its date, but I just have chosen not to enforce on it while this has been going through. I always feel it's kind of inappropriate to have a business move out if you guys have the option to approve it and then be moving back in. If this was denied, then I'd set a timetable for everyone to get out of there or start fining.
If it's approved, can you still enforce for the things that,
I could still enforce for the open lot storage that should not be there.
like on that back area that we just viewed and all that sort of?
So the open lot storage would still be an issue. I would issue a new order about that. Separately, I believe Payne's Welding has reached out to the select board to get their commercial garage license from the select board. I think they were told, figure out zoning first. I assume they'd jump right back on getting their license from the select board.
Absolutely.
There's another business there that would similarly need to get that license from the select board. Currently, there's none on the property.
So there's no active business, licensed businesses operating on that property that you're aware of?
That I'm aware of. The Commercial garages need a license from the select board. I think we saw this, some kind of bakery type thing there. They could have a license through health, but I don't know one way or the other. Next door, which I believe is the same property owner, there is a used car license there. There's nothing on there about overflow to the next door property. I don't know the count on the cars there, but they have a count that is appropriate for their lot, but certainly isn't appropriate if those cars out back are theirs.
Another question for me is, are we allowed to move forward on a special permit on a property that is in violation of operation under a cease and desist order? Are we allowed to actually supplement that by approving a special permit for a tenant on a property that is in cease and desist? Are we in conflict with something? Characteristically, should we allow this special permit to be issued if the property is in a detrimental state? I just don't, I've never run up against this before.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean-
sure maybe you two have in the past, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know of anything that would prevent you from doing that. It would certainly, my current order, I would need to rescind if they then were licensed.
Well, they're not gonna be licensed, they're just gonna be given a special permit to operate. They still have to get their license, right?
From the select board.
From the select
That's
board.
not my business, so to
But the
speak.
select board is waiting for us to make a decision on it before they go to them.
Yeah, they wouldn't issue a commercial garage license if it doesn't apply, like, if it doesn't conform to zoning.
Okay.
So the open lot storage isn't applied for here. That would be a separate matter, that clearly isn't.
And then if we did approve the special permit, the select board would be the board that decides how many cars can be there.
They would set a number on it. Recently, after talking to them, we've switched to having a parking plan put in place, at least, I think as part of the packet. I got it right here. It looks like they were asking for 14 spots. I assume that is similarly what they'd asked for from the select board. I believe as a condition of the special permit, you guys could limit the number of
Right.
spots. Whenever there's a commercial garage application, the select board, they ask police, fire, planning, me. So if the special permit was limited to a number of vehicles, I'd tell them that, and I'm sure they would then limit their license to that.
And this 14 spots came from the applicant?
This is what the applicant submitted.
So this is what you're looking for, Brian?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'd normally take this parking plan. Nancy knows it's something I want to see. I usually share it with the fire department to make sure they're happy with it. Generally, the parking plan isn't much of a concern beyond the two of us.
And have you had a chance to do that with this parking plan, or you're kind of waiting for this to all to be resolved?
I have not with this one. I would do that as part of the commercial garage license.
Okay.
I would say
No more.
if you guys are, issuing the special permit, keep in mind, I think these 14 is what half the building was looking for. So if we were to put a cap on the number of spots, 14 might be a low number. But can certainly be.
But the other tenant isn't coming in front of us, or the other tenants in this building are not coming in front of us. It's just this tenant that's coming in front of us.
This tenant is representing the property owner right now.
It's,
And that's not really a logical thing to do. Right?
It's what what the property owner has chosen to do.
However, if we set the standard at 14, there'd be no frontage parking on Oak Street allowed at all, and there'd be no side parking along the left side of the property at all. They would be stuck with these 14 slotted spaces, and that's all for work cars and storage and parking for employees. Is that true?
That would be what would be allowed on the special permit for the auto
Operation of the
repair.
business.
the auto repair.
Auto
Yeah,
repair.
so if there would come for another permit for open lot storage, then that would be looked at separately. And again, it would be on you guys if you wanted to condition it to 14 around the building, nothing on Oak Street, something like that. That's,
That's up to
that
us.
would be the board's decision, yeah.
Okay.
And the transmission guy who's around the corner.
Yeah,
Does he
kinda-
park out, does he park outside? Does he have,
Along the, can I talk?
Yes,
Sorry.
Based on what I saw.
Along that, the opposite side of the building, he parks like we do too, right along the, and he even goes out front too, along, we only have one car there now, and that's that Lincoln.
and would he be considered auto repair?
Absolutely.
But there's no license there.
No, not currently.
Interesting.
The,
Fire department comes down and inspects and gives us a permit every year, so,
Yeah.
I think it might be a Hut Works permit for their welding.
Has to be, I would imagine. Is there any other discussion you want? There's no one in the audience to open the meeting up to. But do we close, did we close the open meeting from last time?
No.
No, because we're still taking,
Okay.
yeah.
I have one more question,
Yeah.
Is that just pavement parking, or like there's woods? Did you notice where those cars were parked along, kinda in the woods?
Yeah, the left side, yeah.
Yeah, is that unacceptable? Like where those I had the trail, the old 56 Chevy, is that included in the 14?
Right now, the 14 are edging your building from the side you entered in. And the
Okay.
front of your building only.
Okay,
The
okay,
majority is in the front of your building, and then there's a minority on the side of your building where you exited and accessed your building tonight.
yep, okay,
There's no parking along the forest line, and there's no parking along Oak Street lined up on this permit as we speak today.
okay, okay,
I believe what our building inspector's saying is that it's the number we have for the entire lot would be undermining, but that's not my problem right now. My other problem is your special permit only.
Okay.
And what
That's
you
all
need
that's here, yeah.
for service and access.
okay,
So right now, we've lined on the property, on that map that was submitted to us, that you'd only park along the left side of the property by the garage door.
Yep.
And then to the front, the balance of those seats up to 14.
okay,
There would be nothing along the woods, and there'd be nothing along Oak Street at all allowed unless we changed that number.
okay,
And you came to us with this design, so that's why we would be acting on this design.
I got you.
So where I'm coming from is that,
Bob, you want to just take a mic with you?
oh, I'm sorry.
The sound gets lost pretty quick.
Where I'm coming from is that you went into the garage door here.
Yes, sir,
So you have so many spaces here and these spaces here.
okay,
And you would have slots here and then slots up here, along here, totaling 14. That means none of this would be allowed and none of this would be allowed on the property.
oh, okay,
And none of the stuff on the right-hand side either.
Nothing on the right-hand side. Based on what we've been submitted and on the map that was given to us.
okay.
I don't know if that 6 to 14 would be accurate though with the bakery there. Because I think some of that is.
Yeah, that's-
Part of the
Yeah,
bakery, the
yeah.
bakery is using some of that space.
It so isn't the transmission shop, all his employees parked from that green dumpster that was right on the corner, all the way down to the bakery.
And this was prepared by,
This was submitted to us.
Yeah,
by-
the
by
application.
applicant. Yeah.
yeah, some,
The commercial garage license in the select board generally has 3 slots on it. There's customer, employee, and then the actual repair vehicles. So if you guys were to put a number on this, I'd look at that as all vehicles on property.
on the whole lot.
So, yeah, 14 wouldn't mean 14 repair, it'd be probably 2 employee, 2 customer, and 10
Yeah.
repair.
I was under the impression that that 14 was when the guy who did that was for us. I didn't know it was gonna be,
Realistically, I think it could be for anybody on the lot. That's something you'd have to work out with.
okay, I do,
The
okay,
landlord settling
Yeah.
it.
that's fine.
And you guys are, I mean,
We can't
you don't
designate
have to say.
space.
No, I understand that, I understand,
You guys could do 10, you
absolutely.
guys could do 30, it's,
Right.
you guys could say 100 and the select board could walk it back.
Right.
But
Well, we could just say 0, not even put a number on it, and then the selectman would be the select
you could
board.
leave it open-ended, yes.
We never usually overflow.
Yeah.
know that Brian's actually authorized to speak on behalf of the owner? Do we have anything like in writing that demonstrates that?
He did write something, but he took it with him to the hospital tonight. I spoke the last
I've
time.
heard from, so I haven't heard directly from the property owner about Brian. I know that David was authorized, and David has told me that Brian's all right.
Okay.
So
I didn't mean.
I don't have.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely, I
So I
understand.
don't have a direct, but I have a line, I guess.
Okay. I mean, I guess the concern is, yeah, it's concern, I appreciate you're doing the right thing, you came in here, you have the application, you're trying to clean up the lot, but the entire property is in violation, so I think that's what we're struggling with, is how we.
Understandable.
What we can do for you, given the circumstances we saw.
I understand that.
So you could modify the cease and desist if we granted the special permit for the remainder of the property and carving out but I mean, I guess taking that to an extreme, let's say you modify the cease and desist, the property owner does nothing, you're shutting down the entire property and not including this business.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I generally don't
Yeah.
pick
we
small
can-
things out of a
you
property.
can't,
It's
yeah.
it's everything or nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I even could, but pretty much any enforcement I have is against a property owner. It's not against a particular business or anything like that. I look for the owner, sort out who's on their lot and how it's operating. I think if a special permit was granted for the auto repair, I'd be issuing an order for any loose junk vehicles, stuff like that trailer we saw, and then just general open lot storage to all get pulled out of there. You know, off the bat, it was the auto garage. We look into it more. It's a little more going on then than just that.
There's a lot of vehicles in the back there.
Yeah.
And then whatever's going on with that bakery.
Yeah.
And the Board of Health.
Which they very well might be
Yeah,
completely
no.
licensed with that. I plan on checking on that tomorrow, but as of this moment, I don't know one way or the other.
Wouldn't have known, except the red light was on that walk-in. That was the only thing that bothered me.
I think those have been there. I
Yeah.
worked for Harry years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand, it's just that,
Yeah, I've been by there in the day, and I think I just thought they were junk. And then same, I saw the light on because we were there at night, and I said, "Oh my God, that thing's running."
is there somebody in there? Is that a doorbell?
Brian, have
Cookies,
you
please?
talked to Mr. Conover since you were here last time?
Just a couple times,
He knew about tonight? Was he in?
he knew we had a meeting coming up, yes, he knew about it, but as far as him having to be here, I wasn't aware of that. But he should, my opinion, he should have been here. I told him we had a meeting and they were investigating, well, looking at the whole property, out back, Panda, and, you know, the other storage out there. But he said that's all on you guys, so.
All on you?
Yeah, on me, because no one else, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, you want to continue it? I can get him in here, tell him he has to come in, or?
That's what I was thinking. Would that be
I-
worth it?
60
So my
days or
only
something like that?
trouble with that is
We have a,
David isn't here to agree to a continuance,
Oh, because
and he's the applicant.
applicant.
So I don't know if we'd be able to get that, so they couldn't just get an approval by us not completing the hearing.
Right. I did see, the planning board did something the other night similar to this, where they said they would continue it as long as they received a written a request for an extension. If
Gotcha.
not- If not, then the permit is deemed denied.
I can have
I mean,
him,
that's interesting. I don't know how that
I don't
works.
either.
I've never heard of something
I haven't
like
either.
that.
It was kind of.
very well could be.
It's kind of innovative.
Yeah, it could be
did do-
completely legitimate.
I
I'd
did
probably
see
be
something, they did something similar to that the other night.
emailing Amy tomorrow morning and asking her if we screwed up or not.
Right. Yeah.
And you said David's currently in the hospital?
yes. I can get a hold of him and I can have, if you need, he might be home tomorrow. I can have him get a hold of if you need. I know right now he's probably in the emergency room and he's not
no,
answering
yeah,
his
no.
phone.
Yeah, it's-
He leaves it all for me to do.
When do we need to act on this by?
Well, we continued it, we met in
But
October.
that was
decided
agreed, that was agreed
Yeah,
upon.
it was an agreed upon extension, right?
Yeah, he signed an
The
extension.
previous one was,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
or within our time period anyways. I guess.
Is it 100 days?
What is, cheat sheet we got
Yes.
from Amy?
You weren't paying attention tonight. It was,
I don't know if it matters, but he did say the last meeting that I would be taking over in time and I had permission to speak for him. I don't know if that helps now.
We need it writing, that's the problem.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
if we're gonna,
So this was originally a September meeting.
This was a.
We skipped it,
So we
because
are.
we skipped
we
over
are right
November
at
to
that
give them,
window.
to give them more time to clean up.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we want to play with the
Window?
January.
special permit.
I thought it was 100
Isn't there?
days.
Must be opened within 65 days. Board votes and files decision of the town clerk within 90 days of hearing
90.
closure.
Okay.
Within 90 days of closure, though?
That's what it says
So
here.
it's still open, right?
Right. Hearing must be opened
Yeah.
within 65 days, which we did.
Yep.
Board votes and files decision with the town clerk within 90 days of hearing closure.
Was that the
So
initial?
it's the
hearing?
variance that has the 100 days of the filing of the application. That's.
Gotcha, so special
The
permit's
special
a little
permit is a
later.
little easier time constraints, so.
But are we also here on the appeal from the determination of the building inspector, or is that separate?
No, they didn't
Okay,
appeal my
they-
decision.
Okay, so they're, all right, so they remain in violation?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I don't think they were trying to claim there wasn't auto repair going on.
Okay.
It's-
So I think we could give it another date to see if
It's fine with
we
me.
could get Mr. Conover in here.
It'll give me time to get everyone
Yeah.
to get, I'll just tell him there's some,
He's got to be here.
yeah, he's gotta be here and there's some serious stuff going, that's
Yeah.
gonna happen if he's not here.
They also might want to submit a different plan.
Yeah,
Okay,
that might
yes,
be a good idea too, yeah.
absolutely.
It'd make it a lot easier for you guys if you had a number that you could reasonably give. Because I think 14 would cause more problems up there than
Yeah,
solutions.
especially
Yeah.
with the transmission.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He does 10 cars a day.
yeah, yeah.
Unless they just withdraw this with prejudice, without prejudice, and then they can refile it with a different plan. That would restart the clock. But he also can't withdraw it because he's not the applicant, so yeah, I
Yeah.
guess we're in the same position.
Can't all be easy for you guys, huh?
I'd say continue it.
I'd say
for you guys.
continuous, but
Yeah.
should we set some parameters, like we need it, in writing within 7 days or something like that, or I don't know, can we do anything like that, or?
I don't think you have to though.
We don't have to because,
I-
okay,
Based
yeah,
on, I
that's
think
fine,
based on that, I think we're,
because it's from the closing.
yeah, the closing of the hearing, so.
The,
And we certainly can ask him
Yeah, I'll
To
get
sign
it
it.
anyways.
to sign it,
Yes,
but I
absolutely.
think we're okay even without it.
You want me to sign it now?
No,
Or
No,
for
you-
Dave?
You'd have
For
to
Dave.
sign, you'd
Okay,
have to sign it.
yep.
So this is, the regs say, for a special permit, the board or special permit granting authority shall act within 90 days following the date of the public hearing. It's So it's not the close of the public hearing, it's just the date of the public hearing. So would that be when the hearing opens?
This is from, these are Amy's tutorial back in 2023, but that's, application is filed with the town clerk, hearing must be opened within 65 days.
Yep.
Board votes and files decision with town clerk within 90 days of hearing closure. So,
We haven't closed the meeting yet.
no.
Yeah, our regs just don't have the
The closure.
closure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I shouldn't cite the statute, but
If we're not in violation of our guidelines and our structure, and we issue a continuance, do we want to schedule the next meeting now to be in January when the regular meeting is, or do we need to
Yeah.
have it soon?
no, I think next meeting is fine.
Because it's continuance, correct?
Correct.
Now, on that, if we decide to do that, we would put a mandate that the property owner has to be here, and you have to receive delegation authority
Okay.
before we could continue.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
And if we don't act, is it considered approved or denied? Approved, right?
It would be approved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, decision should be made within 9 days following the date of the public hearing.
yeah,
So
but
that
if you're
first-
continuing the public hearing is
It's still open.
still open. It's not,
We haven't closed the public hearing.
right. So we're still having the public hearing. We haven't closed the public hearing. So I think we're
Okay.
fine, yeah. I think we're fine.
This is the language if you want to see.
Is that the statute?
Yeah. It's 48, section 9.
I'm going to rely on town council's notes here.
I was just going to say, we would want to confirm all the town council tomorrow,
Yeah. I-
whatever decision we make today. But again, as pointed out, I think several times tonight, we're still in an open meeting right now. We haven't really closed the meeting,
Correct.
so.
Yeah, here it, and
And
this
we're
is,
trying to be beneficial to your request, but we're also trying to give you guidance on what's the best plan of
I
attack
appreciate
to
that.
come back.
Absolutely.
Right now, the best plan of attack to come back is that the owner of the property has to be present. You need to receive delegation authority so that you can act on behalf of him.
Mr. Payne, yes.
Okay.
Oh, of the property owner, yes,
No, no.
okay.
Mr. Payne, who submitted this application?
Mr. Payne.
Mr. Payne, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make it clear that, okay.
That's got to be in writing.
Yep,
Okay? We are not, based on what we know as of right now, based on our decision process, we are not in violation because we have not closed the meeting.
okay.
We would grant you a continuance to the next meeting that would require you with such separate requirements based on what the board stipulates tonight.
Okay,
And we would go forward with that,
okay,
okay?
thank you.
If nothing else from the board, I'd like to request if anyone's willing to make a recommendation.
Yeah.
Did you get all that?
Move we continue this.
Do we want me to do?
Yeah, you can make the motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make a motion.
Is that all right with you?
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I was in violation.
No, you're not.
No.
No, Chairman can make a motion.
January 8th.
On the continuing hearing for the petition of David Payne for a special permit under 175-21F, Section 3, to allow automobile repair at the property located at 25 Oak Street on Assessors Map 69, Lot 7, in the Business Development BD Zone. I recommend a continuance of this meeting to the next meeting,
January 8th.
January 8th.
January 8th, with the requirement that the
That's at time, in the
at
time.
7 PM, with the property owner has to be in attendance, and the designation of your ability to act in behalf of the property owner, and the plausibility of making a different traffic pattern,
Yeah, I get that.
parking pattern,
Parking, yes.
would be highly recommended,
Parking plan,
based on what we know tonight.
Yes, sir.
So just to clarify though,
Go right ahead.
the applicant is different from the property owner.
That is correct.
So we want the property owner here, and we also want a delegation agreement from the applicant?
That's correct.
Okay.
Which he had done before he went to the hospital. He took it with him.
I'd say anything they want to add to the application, at least a week in advance.
And in a continuance of that finding for the continuance of the meeting, that any changes to the application must be submitted within 7 days of the next meeting. Not
Understood.
6 days, not 5 days, it has to be
Understood.
within 7 days.
Understood.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and second. Is anything else to be said? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? It's approved.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
good luck.
So we need David's signature on this,
Okay.
and get that back to me, okay? And
Tomorrow?
then tomorrow will be best, yes.
As long as he's out, yeah. I got it.
Yeah, and then I'll chase down Rick's
Can I
signature.
turn in that designation thing to him giving me permission to?
Yeah, you might as well give us that tomorrow, too.
As soon as possible
All right.
would be
Thank you,
recommended.
guys.
Thank you very much.
Have a night, Brian.
90
Okay,
days
well,
after
that's good,
closing,
so,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So two different
Amy
places.
in 2021 said the same thing,
Okay.
2023 said the same thing.
All right.
Gotcha.
So we learned something tonight.
That's the important thing, as long as we're always learning.
Exactly.
Do you guys want to close it?
Yeah.
Motion to close the meeting.
I'll make a motion to close the meeting.
Do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, the meeting is closed.